name is Wane from Friends of Jesus Convent School in the 11th grade. I'm here by being accompanied by...
My name is Tinashe, currently doing A-levels at BRIDEMARK High School.
My name is Veronica Kamale in the 11th grade at Friends of Jesus Convent School.
And I'm Gloria Namnika from Friends of Jesus Convent School in grade 10.
Our main agenda for today is...
Children's voices, children's rights, a collective responsibility.
And International Children's Day of Broadcasting, where children take over programs, the control room, and each and everything that happens to the broadcasting.
Children, the heartbeat of our future, and yet many of the times their voices go unheard, which can be a problem in our society due to the fact that children's rights are not a privilege but a fundamental necessity ranging from food, education, shelter.
A good way receives an outcome of children that end up being good leaders with good prestige, courage, and unity. Gloria will further on from here.
It is time to move beyond words and take actions, whether through advocacy, education, or daily interactions. We must respect children's voices, but also we must not just hear children's voices, but also respect. After all, a society full of nurtured children is filled with hope, justice, and equality.
Not too long ago, at Friends of Jesus, we had Careers Day, where children dressed up in different types of careers. We had doctors, lawyers, teachers, where teachers were very proud, and
that's why I'm currently here. I graduated from secondary and I'm currently doing my A-levels at BRIDEMARK High School. I came here to encourage them and to encourage our future leaders.
And here's a clip on how Friends of Jesus celebrated their Careers Day.
Lift weights. Lift weights. So yes. Salute. What's up?
I want to be a doctor because I actually enjoy telling us being a doctor is nice. It saves people's lives. It helps them encounter so many things they've not encountered in life. They get to learn a lot of principles in life.
And all the subjects is to study very much when being a lawyer.
Just to add on what she said, children are given the chance to express their careers, and are given chance to tell and show everyone what they want to become in future, and what and to become what their dreams, to express their dreams about their careers.
So, thank you for joining us on the Children's Day segment. After this, we're going to have a sports segment, so stay tuned.
Welcome to the sports segment with me, Elim Kwala Chimba, and my co-host,
Mary BC Masiko. And today we will be interviewing Joshua Nsonge about sports.
That's right.
But before we dive into that, our theme.
So, our theme is children's voices, children's rights, our collective responsibility.
Yeah, children's voices need to be heard because kids out there at the age of 16, they're being used in a very wrong manner, so their voices need to be heard.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Joshua, we have some questions for you.
Okay.
What is your favorite sport?
My favorite sport is swimming.
So, okay. Apart from swimming, are there any other sports you're into?
I highly enjoy football, basketball, baseball, and I as well enjoy cycling and swimming, like I mentioned.
Oh, so who inspired you to do all these sports?
So that was my uncle and my father.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So among those 5 sports, which one's your favorite sport?
Among the 5, I highly enjoy swimming, and then second follows cycling. I like how the wind blows.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's your favorite player in football?
My favorite player in football is Lionel Messi.
Oh,
that's very nice.
Nice.
Football, Lionel Messi.
Okay, how about in basketball?
In basketball, I would go for Stephen Curry or Ja Morant.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so
very
so
interesting.
Jomorant it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what would you tell all the children out there who would love to engage in sports? What would you give them as a word of encouragement to them?
Okay, so for encouragement for the children out there,
Yeah.
I would tell them that they need to really make a balance between school and sports. So if you can put a 50-50% balance, you see a huge improvement in your academic life, in your schoolwork, and even in your sports life. So you need to be committed on the pitch and off the pitch and disciplined in both fields. So yeah, that's one.
That's very nice. So, like, how would you love to go with your swimming career?
In swimming, I would honestly just love to swim for myself and for the passion that I have for it. I wouldn't really love to go pro with swimming.
So, who inspired you to swim?
That was my dad.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, he's a really good swimmer.
Did he like all go like nationwide, like international, or he just did it for fun?
He did it out of passion because he used to swim a lot during his school life, as he told me. So yeah.
That's very
Okay.
nice and interesting.
It's very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. Okay, apart from like your favorite players in basketball and football, how about in cycling, like the cycling competitions? Would you like to enter in one of them?
Cycling competitions I wouldn't really love to enter because I don't do cycling on a regular basis. So that means I'll be really, really bad at it. But I do love the cycler Hoga. That's actually my uncle.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very nice.
Yeah. And in baseball, I love Austin Dean. He's a player in the KBO in South Korea.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice and interesting. So, what other sport would you go for?
Apart
Except
from the
from-
ones you mentioned.
Yeah.
I would idolize boxing on a personal scale though. Yeah.
But doesn't boxing like seem dangerous?
Well, it doesn't seem dangerous if you're on the winning side.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, why boxing? Why did you pick boxing?
Well, boxing is actually a pretty cool sport. Hello everybody, welcome to another beautiful episode of The Vibrate. I am your host, Joshua Nsonge, a student at Friends of Jesus Convent School. And today I am joined with...
Kalud Muninda.
Natasha Mvula.
And Kai Utika.
Alright everybody, those are their names. And today they'll be speaking on specific categories. And these are...
So today I'm going to be talking on education and talent. We're going to underline the points on whether education is more important than talent or whether it's the opposite.
So I am going to be talking about the album that was recently launched.
And today I'm also going to be talking about the impact of floods. Yeah.
Alright, great. There we have it. Everybody, I just want to ask, how are you doing today? Caleb, Natasha, and Kyle, how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing great, but you know, this point mainly tells everyone else here that the floods are really affecting me. And you can see just from the way I'm, you know.
Just up, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing okay. Yeah.
Well, I am swell, but also devastated for how many lives people might lose because of the floods.
Indeed, that is very tragic. Stay tuned, we're going for a music break.
Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here with
Taza,
Michelle,
DJ. Today, guys, we're going to take a deep dive into Yomap's recently released album. Talking about the album, my favorite song is Ekpa Munandi.
Sam here.
what's your favorite song?
Peace of Mind.
Well, my favorite song is actually Dear Nancy.
What is your favorite song? Peace of Mind.
I mean, the song is calm, it's nice to vibe to. And Yomaps talks about the love that he has for his girlfriend.
And why is that your favorite song?
Because I'm a toxic person.
So y'all two are basically the opposite.
Yes.
That means you're not
sense.
a good person.
Exactly.
Yes, I'm not a good person.
So if you were in that situation, what would you do?
Date the person.
And what
Why?
would you do?
I would leave, bro.
What about you?
I wouldn't date the person. How does that even make
What
sense?
if she was up to date your ex? What would happen?
I wouldn't be friends with her.
You guys should have fought.
Exactly.
No, let's not do that. But how do y'all feel about Yomaps as a person?
Honestly speaking, I don't like the personality he puts out to the viewers.
Why do you say that?
Because he tries to flex.
That's,
Then
I
he
don't
says-
believe
Exactly.
that.
I don't
I feel
think
like
so.
money has changed Yomaps because
Too
he's
much.
all over social media talking about how people are broke. You guys are broke. You guys are broke.
Okay, but like, how do you feel about what he did for Dandy Crazy's funeral?
Yeah.
That was a good contribution to what he did, but I feel like he shouldn't have put all the information out.
Okay, but like, it's like if he would have never showed it, people wouldn't believe that he was a good
Exactly.
friend.
But was it necessary to put it out there on TikTok?
But either way, if he didn't put it out there or put it out there, people would still bring it up.
But it's better to be a wise person there and keep quiet. Stay out of
In
drama.
our generation, people are really judgmental. They wouldn't, if he didn't do anything or post about whatever he did, they would have still questioned him.
No,
You have
but you
to
see,
choose
They would
peace.
They would have talked about how he has a lot of money, but he couldn't do anything for Dandy Crazy.
you see, now he's getting backlash from his actions because his fans are now dumping bags of millimil at his gate, and fans are just all going to his house and grabbing the millimil.
I see what you're saying, but let's not get into politics. That's for other people. How do y'all feel about the song Dear Nancy?
it's Bianansi is a vibe. I can see it being played in a club. Not saying that I do go to clubs.
Why would it go to the club?
But it sounds like a good song to vibe.
Yeah, I feel like people really do like that song.
Yeah.
Also, Your Maps' song, your favorite song on the album. I feel like
Peace of Mind.
Yes, Peace of Mind. I feel like it's a good song. Maybe he dedicated it to his wife. I don't know.
Maybe. Who knows?
Speaking about that, how do you think their relationship is going?
I think it's something good. You know, that you see the videos on Instagram, he's posting her, everything, he's bad for her. I feel like he's really in love.
And the new car he got her. And did you see his car?
Yeah, I see that. You know, when I think about the relationship, I really hope that love finds him, man.
Need to make
She looks like she genuinely loves him, doesn't follow him for the money he has.
Instagrams, the comments, and the likes.
The good I see the makeup and the breakups and the fight.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, so, how do you think Your Maps has evolved as an artist?
I feel as though he came in hot, everybody was liking him. He was like the talk of the town. Like everybody would say, "Oh, Your Maps this, Your Maps that," and now it's like everybody love him more. And they keep
he's getting
about
more
him.
views.
Yeah.
That just shows that hard work really pays off.
I mean,
Exactly.
he had
He's
a
been in the game
show
for a long time.
He had a show in Washington D.C.
Even in Australia.
Yeah.
People in Australia love Your Maps.
Most people here don't really go international for that. I really like that.
Yeah.
I really commend him for that.
It's nice to have someone to actually represent our country.
Yes, Your Maps is putting good work in for the music industry.
But there's still a lot of other people out there that's putting on the name for the country.
Yeah.
But I feel like Your Maps is the biggest.
He's doing
right
the
now.
most.
Yeah. In Zambia.
I see.
Because he's doing collaborations
His hard work
with
is really paying off.
other artists from different African countries.
Yeah.
Even American artists as
Yes.
Oh, Marianne, I like that.
I'm gonna protect you, man.
That's a good one. How about, what was the first song you heard from Your Maps?
I don't know the title, but it was that one where he said, finally.
Let me tell you mine.
Which one?
He's only young.
What about that song? Yes, soon that time with that.
Mine was So Money.
That's a good
I like
song.
that song too.
What was your first song you
Just
heard?
stand on X from Nandi.
That means
You're a toxic person.
Too much.
you're not a good person. Yeah, you can rap.
Okay, so we're going to have a music video with us here. Oh, it's so
I'm actually supposed to dance. I feel like I glitched at some point.
Welcome back.
I told you, man.
Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Yeah, ooh.
It's King on the mix.
I don't know how I met you. Because of you I'm successful. Oh, you belong to me, boy. Your body blow my mind. Tell me what you like. Oh, you belong to me, boy. Kale sankurusa inendiwe peace of mind. Follow me, go, touch me. Oh, me, you belong to me, baby. Kale sankurusa inendiwe peace of mind. Follow me, go, touch me. Oh, me, you belong to me, baby. Sinivuna kubona gawilo. Angu muselo. Always on my mind. Tell me what you like. Sinivuna kubona gawilo. Angu muselo. Always on my mind. Tell me what you like. Niggas and baby. Follow me, go, touch me. Oh, me, you belong to me, baby. Niggas and baby. Follow me, touch me. Oh, me, you belong to me, baby.
My name is better. Come on, could you with my baby? Push all the red and a Venice cheetah with my baby. Kalama get and is in your malaiti, my baby. Push it, do you know that iweweka malofa ezolindirira deniza kukumbatira kamuntu kamushe mungasendalera enzeche nazo ninotihokwalala wenzechehokwalala ndaba 5 and 4 3 2 abaswachitika ndaba ndiwe number 1 nati baby ona mtima so
Kanesa nkurusa ine ndiwe peace of mind. Let me go, touch me, hold me, you belong to me. Kanesa nkurusa ine ndiwe peace of mind. Let me go, touch me, hold me, you belong to me.
Spaceship music.
Now chimona Chilendolesha chilentinisa Chikamba baby come closer Inena musako hala it's over Chilenkalipa Tabateti njikate chilenkalipa Baby no I say no Ati follow me umbele mushe Nisa kubikila katapa na tute Baby focus on me Ati iwe focus on me Ati follow me umbele mushe Nisa kubikila katapa na tute Baby focus on me Iwe focus on me Nomba netina Unani ezi wa munani Nomba na lachita shanyapa Nansumi nakale Alani ezi wa munani Nomba na lachita shanyapa Usheshizinga nansumi na Namchimona Chilendolesha chilentinisa Chikamba baby come closer Inena musako ala it's over Chilenkalipa Tabateti njikate chilenkalipa No Ati nima kufela iwe chansa Iwe nishuka kenoti bata Ine ndiwe nima fela noti bata Daba musako ndiye Solomon Sangati wambela bombela palinesa It doesn't matter, Ivo sini mambela Baby sini mambela Ati follow me uvele mushe Nisa kubikila katapa na tute Baby focus on me Iwe focus on me Follow me uvele mushe Nisa kubikila katapa na tute Baby focus on me Iwe focus on me no madetina Nani ezi wa munani Nomba na lachita shanyapa Nansumi nakale Alani ezi wa munani Nomba na lachita shanyapa Usheshizinga nansumi nakale Namchimona Chilendolesha chilentinisa Chikamba baby come closer Inena musako ala it's over Chilenkalipa Tabateti njikate
Hello everybody, welcome back guys. And this time, I'm not alone, I'm joined with the boys. And I'm joined with Joseph, Raphael, Caleb, and Da Costa. And can you recall the first time that I talked about categories? These are the people that will be handing out those categories. And we'll be starting with Caleb.
Yeah, so let me repeat myself. My name is Caleb Muninda, and I'm going to be talking about education and talent and whether either one of the other is more important than the other. All right. So before I start stating out my point, I would like to know your opinions on whether education is more important or whether it's not.
I honestly think education holds the upper hand when it comes to comparing it to people with talent, because there are a lot of educated people in this world that has helped like major breakthroughs. Like let's give an example. Like when it comes to surgery, is a doctor by the name of Ben Carson. If you've heard of him, actually I don't think a talent can actually help in such cases. That's why I think on the upper hand, education actually has a high basis.
Yeah, I understand that.
But what I would like to say about that is that talent has more effectiveness on people.
Yeah.
It's like, what can I say? Like, for example, you can say Ronaldo. He grew up in a low life, like I say, poverty.
Yeah.
but he grew up to be one of the best footballers, as we can see today. Even though he didn't have a lot of.
And I am also a man of education. So personally, I believe in balance. And what I would say is 50% on your talent and 50% on your education can really, really, really make things amazing. So for example, I'm good at science and I'm good at rap music. So what I would do is I would make a science rap and I would even call it molecular rap.
Wow. Damn. You plan on doing that in the future?
Definitely. Don't forget, check out my YouTube. I'm Beverly Boy, music artist.
All right. So my point goes with Joshua's point. I believe that education is very important, but in order for people to develop their talent, education can be a very good and helpful factor. You understand? So let's say you want to become a singer. In order to understand the process of getting your own music career, your own music records and everything, you have to be educated on the matter. You have to understand the processes, the documents and everything. Can you go to a music company and read a contract without being educated?
No.
If you've never been educated in your life, if you've never learned your ABCs within that contract, no. So, yeah, that's my point of view.
But like, I also feel like they can also be mixed together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, the same thing on music. I can say a lot of you people in Zambia want to be upcoming artists, but like, I can say most people are not educated on making music or creating music. They do have their minds and their flaws, but what I would like to say, it's 50-50. Education and talent can become one.
I feel like that was a very imperative topic, and I love how Caleb brought that out. And so next we'll be going for our next category, which is from Joseph.
So what I would like to talk on is health. Very important. It's very important, especially in Zambia. As you can see, a lot of diseases have been spreading. Cholera. We also had COVID-19, that was in 2020.
Typhoid.
And also typhoid. It's been spreading around areas which have a lot of, trash all over. You know what I mean? Because not a lot of people in Zambia are clean. They do not keep their environments clean. You know what I mean? So diseases can be prevented and also what can I say? Spread it around our communities, homes, even our whole country. But what would you like to say on?
I would like to add a point actually. For those of you who don't watch the news, I think it's better if I tell you right now that the floods have been a very big problem, and one of the main advices that have been given out to us is watch out for naked wires, right? These floods are not just killing people by drowning them, no. They're also killing people by electrocution. So for those of you who see naked wires in water, or maybe let's say a building is falling apart and it has wires all over, don't go near that water. Don't even touch it. Because...
Makes sense. Also on the part of flooding, a lot of people are getting displaced all over the country, especially in southern province near the source of the Zambezi River actually. Crops are getting destroyed, which is actually causing a very big problem around the country. And also on the part of flooding, there have also been announcements on the news not to use public roads that have been flooded, because not all of them are they seem. Because the other day, I think it was one of these ministers who went to visit the area and actually passed announcements on what to avoid, the roads to avoid, and I think we should honestly follow that.
And to add a point, geographically, I believe that homes or houses should be built on higher platforms, like a plateau, for example, and also we should be very mindful in our drainage systems, because the way that water drains is a little bit different on specific types of soils, as you learned in grade 5 science. So, for example, where I reside, we do not undergo the challenge of floods. And why is that? It is because of how the structure of the neighborhood is built, and it's based on a good drainage system. So when it rains, all the water just sinks down. And so I believe one should be built in that same particular way.
Yes. To add on something, in the Bible, it talks about being clean, cleansing yourself. It's not only about our environment and not only about the community. It's also about yourself. You need to clean your spirit, be healthy in and out, in order for you to, like, what can I say, communicate with others, spread the word of God. Read your Bible, the word.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. In a nutshell, that was a very good topic that you mentioned about Joseph. And now we're going to our concluding segment or concluding part, which is the Costa.
Oh yeah, yes. On that part that I would like to give, people actually there's a disease that's called coronary heart disease, and this comes from diseases and this comes from like eating fatty foods, smoking, and less exercises. So on that part that is said on cleansing the spirit, that also includes the physical body, because when you exercise, you're cleaning the body and removing the excess fat. That reduces stress. It can also help with stress levels and emotional control throughout. And I think that should actually be common in Zambia, to actually exercise on a daily basis and drink water. That also helps. And eat healthy foods. As you also read the word of God, actually, yeah. So become spiritually strong and help your strength, like in terms of you and God. Yes, and I actually think that's a very important thing that most of people don't do.
All right, everybody, that's all we had for you. Thank you for viewing us. But before we finally say our goodbyes, we're going to take a short break. So stay tuned. Alright, everybody, today we have just changed the course of history. This was a collaboration between
Friends of Jesus Convent School
and
BRIDEMARK High Schools.
Alright, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for staying tuned with us. Goodbye.
Bye.
Byron Pafirimba Bashilota Shaka Musoli Kufirimba nebo Vandam sana Vandam Narikalipate ine mangwam ine mangwam Chachi newe mwana nafuti chalo chashana owe tusakusharero kwasa apopoli ngole umfa bwino apopoli mutumba na mwena yemoshiri no mutemwikwa obere pwali lishaka munzoli lishaka munzoli Okenji pushe kweba masoba chishita tunwina asukeni bane nafweba abasingo owe chishu cha shupa asukeni bane ngole umfa bwino lishaka munsoli na ukwata na dunku lishechi munsoli weekend uli sorted lishaka munsoli feeding VIP lishechi munsoli byo twingira byonkabye yo makitombai kaonde waya mofasa kumayadi nangu kukomboni chirwimbo cha bose batamanga naba mu office chirwimbo cha bose weza kupate nangula mu chikulwa chirwimbo cha bose nikuvina mwewa imvelela chirwimbo cha bose okay are we together apopoli ngole umfa bwino popoli na ukwata na epoli tupele sigino tuishibe lishaka munsoli oh yes are we together let's go yalo Christopher Katongo, Zinos, Mativi, Joseph Uniwash, Lukunet, na FTJ1, Chazia, na Oliver Nzala, abafyashi bakuyumba, bashanjiru mwekesho.
Greetings and welcome to Ladies Cafe. I'm your host Gloria Namnyeka, and today I'm not alone. I'm with my beautiful girls here,
Rita Hikone, Jordan Kapasa,
and Mary Bisemasiko.
So today we're very privileged to host today's Ladies Cafe because we are celebrating International Children's Day of Broadcasting.
Before we dive into our main topic, what do you think is trending on social media?
I think the floods.
Yeah, the floods.
I agree.
Yeah, the floods are like everywhere. It's worse in town. Like when I went there was like water everywhere. I couldn't tell the difference between the drainages and the road. Everything was just flooded. There was just water everywhere. So like it's very difficult to like pass. Like very difficult.
Yeah. Speaking of destruction, some electricity poles are falling down on roads. And trees are falling down while cars are passing by, which could be very dangerous because it could lead to very serious and very destructive accidents. Which I think we should take into consider people's safety by cutting down some trees.
Yeah. I've also seen some home appliances being destroyed and people becoming homeless and leading to poverty, which is really bad.
Devastating.
Yeah.
Okay, people experiencing floods, like they've experienced huge losses, and it's really hard for them to get back on track because they've really lost a lot.
Economic-wise.
Economically, financially, and many other, which is really sad.
Yeah, very.
True. We want to send love to anyone who's being affected by these floods.
Okay. Our main topic is the impact of social media in everyday lives.
And don't forget, we have a special guest coming on.
And we're still on Ladies Cafe, so stay tuned.
is the impact of social media in everyday life. And today we have a special guest. Would love to hear what he has to say about the impact of social media in everyday lives.
Salutations, everybody. My name is Joshua Nsonge. I am a partial neuroscientist and a student at Friends of Jesus CONVENT School, and I'm happy to be here.
Okay. Yeah. We have 4 questions for you. The first one is, are there any benefits to social media?
To that one, I would agree. There are a lot of benefits to social media. I have come across an Instagram page. He goes by the name of TJ Power, and he's helped me a lot on my dopamine detox. So what a dopamine detox is it's a period where you begin to stop doing things that make you happy. For example, you stop listening to music for a specific period of time because that's what your brain desires to do. You stop reading comic books, like I do very much. I'm an enthusiast in that. You stop doing that for a certain period of time. And that also applies to the phone. You stop using your phone for a certain period of time so that you can know what it feels like to be bored. So that immediately that you get your phone, your dopamine levels rise up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lovely. But when that's really great.
What I'd love to do that is for focus sake. So my mother is a neuroscientist, and she's taught me a lot about how the brain chemicals work. So the way the brain chemicals... Yeah, exactly. So that's the dopamine part that I'm talking about. So, so in terms of the question that she asked, why would I want to do that? I would want to do that because I feel like being on social media sometimes is a waste of time. You would be on social media for 5 hours a day and not do anything serious about your life. So having a dopamine detox puts you on a straight path with life.
So do you think social media is bad, like in any way?
Honestly, that's a 50-50. Social media isn't bad and it is not good either. The reason why I would say that is because there is a brain chemical. It goes by the name of oxytocin, and this is the process in which the brain releases endorphins in which you, for example, the way I'm seated in between Jordan and Rita, this is me releasing oxytocin because I'm surrounded by people. On social media, I'll be on the phone, texting somebody and not doing anything seriously with that text message. So having...
authenticity.
Exactly, no authenticity. Yeah. So I would honestly advise you to be online on a 50% scale and be active offline on a 50% scale. So it's not bad, neither is it good.
Okay. What are some of the worst impacts social media can have on one's life?
Okay, that's a very good question. Social media changes the way that people look at life.
How so?
For example, I watch porn on a daily basis, right? That's what I do on a daily basis. The way I would look at Rita and the way I would look at Jordan would be different because I'll be visualizing things. I wouldn't be literally looking at them. This is just a girl that I'm sitting next to for the first time. This is just a girl that I'm sitting next to for the first time. I'll think about them as objects. And lust starts to build up.
Okay. That's very true.
Those are very lovely points. And my last question for you is, can social media improve day-to-day lives?
Okay. I've honestly been asked this question quite often. So when I was young, I used to stay in the United Kingdom. And I stayed in York with my mother and my father. And so I went to a school by the name of Keldmarsh. And what happened there was we were not allowed to bring appliances. And the reason why was so that we do not get invested into using phones. And then at home, they would strictly advise us to use our phones. Why? The way my tablet was wired was for me to only have specific applications on my tablet. So the reason why I would say that social media is a good thing is because, well, one, you can learn a new language. Like me, I'm learning French, bonjour, and I'm also learning German, servus. I can also make music, which I do. I am also building up a podcast which will benefit other people's lives. So you don't need to spend so much time on social media because it's going to ruin your life. Instead, use social media to build your life.
That's a very good point.
I do.
Makes looking at social media useful.
Yeah.
It was lovely
From
to
that
hear from your
perspective.
perspective.
Yes. Thank you for when we exposed to things like LGBTQ.
Oh yeah.
Which is not acceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, some people go through identity crises. Yeah.
I think social media is not that bad. It depends on the person who's using.
Yeah, and it also depends about the mindset you have.
Exactly. If you're mature and
if you're
disciplined.
Yeah.
I really think it's how you take the information into your real life, because some people can see what they see and decide to say, okay, this is wrong, this is okay.
Yeah.
Then there are some people who put
happy
into
go
their
lucky,
real life
they do
and then
anything.
it affects them.
Yeah,
And
and it can
everything
also-
you see on social media is
true or it's correct.
real.
And people have a tendency to follow what social media says and what's happening, just to fit in with a clique that they shouldn't even be a part of.
Yeah, and some things are not even true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not always that you get real information on
social
social
media,
media.
but
That's very
Some can be like real,
some fake.
Yeah,
true that.
So sometimes you don't take some things found on social media seriously, because they might
affect you.
Yeah, they might
Negatively
affect your life
negatively.
It can also lead to people becoming depressed, suicide thoughts, a lot of things that have to do with that. And that's not a good thing.
True. In conclusion, know who you are.
Yes. Just follow your heart. Don't believe in whatever you see. Just follow. Know who you are.
Yeah.
Who Yeshiva is.
Yes.
Yeah. We've come to the end of our show, and I hope you've learned something about the impact of social media in everyday lives. And
from us,
journey
with the girls.